always remember, he who has the money calls the shots, and the U.S. government has no money. Where do they get their money? The Federal Reserve, which is a small little group of bankers in the private sector. You know what I think they did to Barack Obama? I think he got in office and they showed him the Zapruder film. And they said, see what we can do? You sure you want to fulfill all those promises you talked about? Because to me, it clearly shows that the president may be only a figurehead, and that there's people behind the scenes that we don't even elect who are truly calling the shots. That's the only reasoning I can give to it. Because as governor, I was pretty powerful, and no one could influence me. And I held true on most of my campaign speeches and what I promised. But it seems to me that how could he not be doing anything that he campaigned on, and why all this massive compromise to accommodate, quote, the Republicans? So I think that it goes beyond the parties when it comes to who's running the operation. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I think there's a higher authority that's commanding our government. And it's the old thing, follow the money. He who's got the money has the power. And the best I can tell, that's the Federal Reserve. They can't, Ron Paul asked for an audit. We can't even audit these people. And they're done illegally. Did you know that? It came in like 1913, and our Constitution said that there could be nobody that could borrow the country money and charge interest. They charge us interest. These people print the money and give it to the U.S. government and then charge us interest on the money. They're our lending institution. They're the bank to the U.S. government. And the Constitution, that's against the Constitution, and it was never ratified, because if you're going to change the Constitution, it requires 2/3 of the states to ratify it on a vote. Was never done. Was never done. And now it's too late. They're entrenched. We got the Federal Reserve now. You know, and just so you, another example quickly of why it doesn't matter electing a Democrat or Republican. For I think it's the last 40, 50 some years, we've had Democrat and Republican presidents back and forth, yet every Secretary of the Treasury, regardless of Democrat or Republican, has come out of Goldman Sachs. None of the other ones, nobody qualified in any of the other ones to be Treasury Secretary, just Goldman Sachs. So again, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, your Treasury Secretary comes out of Goldman Sachs, or seems to anyway.